Welcome to another episode of Sensational Customer Experiences. This is the show where we explore the idea that everything your customer knows about you is a direct result of input from their five senses. It's what they see, hear, taste, smell, and touch that determines how much they love you. And now here's your host and consumer experience expert, Wes Miller.
This is Wes Miller, and I'm your host for the Sensational Customer Experiences podcast. In addition to doing this podcast, I also write columns for trade journals. And this week, I received a copy of one of those trade journals, and when I opened the envelope, included was a bookmark. And I want to read the message that's on this bookmark because it is very timely given that this week is the week we're celebrating Thanksgiving in the United States. The bookmark reads, "We deeply appreciate the loyalty and support you've given us throughout 2018 and extend our very best wishes to you and your family for a very happy and prosperous holiday season." Below is the logo, and this particular trade journal is the Jewelers Helping Jewelers magazine. I'm proud to be a contributing writer for that magazine. This bookmark, as simple as it is, really meant something to me to get this. It meant something to me to receive token of their gratitude and appreciation. There's some additional thoughts on the back I'm going to read later. When I received this bookmark, one of the things that became clear to me was, or one of the things that I realized was, and I asked myself, what am I doing to say thank you to my customers? What am I doing that shows my customers and my clients that I appreciate and value them, that I have gratitude for what they do for me? And I realized I'm probably not doing much. This episode is focused on my realization that I could be better at this and hopefully give you some thought and insight to asking yourself, how do you do at this? And to help with that this evening, I invited a very special guest. She's been on the program before, and I've invited her back. It's Battie, who's one of the owners of 702 RC Raceway here in Las Vegas. I invited her to participate in this episode because she does some very unique things to say thank you to her customers. Pat, how are you?
Hi, good evening. So glad. Thank you for inviting me back.
So you've heard my intro there that this is, Thanksgiving. And I think that when we think about customer experiences, a lot of times people get focused on just customer service. In fact, I asked a lot of people about this idea of thanking their customers, and they gave me examples of the delivery of customer service, but they didn't really tell me how they show thanks for their customers. And this podcast, that the title is Sensational Customer Experiences, of which service is a part, but the experience, I think, goes beyond just service. And I've been to your business and I see what you do, and I really believe you're someone who gets it. And I wanted to have you on tonight to just talk about that and share some of your thoughts about how you share and how you say thank you and share gratitude for your customers. And so thank you for being here tonight.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. And thank you once again for inviting me. So yes, Wes, I do agree with you wholeheartedly regarding the customer service, and the appreciation to our customers goes beyond just the service that we deliver. At 702 RC Raceway, we are huge proponents of thanking our customers in special ways. And some of the things I'd like to share with your audience that we do is things that just don't cost you anything, doesn't cost you a lot, I should say so. Don't cost you anything. And one way we deliver a sensational thank you for our customers is simply by always using their names. We use first names for our customers. And, when we speak to our customers, even if they are brand new into the business, of course, introducing ourselves, welcoming them to the business, asking their name, and just getting to know them personally and helping them feel welcome. that is just a way that we're thankful for them for utilizing or patronizing our business. Some other things that we do, we have a wall at our track where anyone who comes into our business, they are welcome to sign our signature wall. If you go to our website, which is www.702rcraceway.com, you will see pictures of that wall. And folks are just so excited and appreciate being able to choose their color of Sharpie and just go sign their name on the wall. And that just makes them part of our business and just is a way we say thank you for coming in, even if they don't buy anything or don't get on the track. We appreciate them just coming in and visiting with us. So those are two ways that we thank our customers. In addition, what I like to do and the way I really look at appreciation to customers is how what I like to be treated. And so one of the things, which is huge because we utilize a lot of volunteers at our business as well, is every year we give customer appreciation dinner to our customers and our volunteers. And it has been a hit all the years that we've been in business. We cook a full-on meal, have them come in, invite their families, and just have swag bags available. This year, our theme was gratitude. So we made some special labels, and everyone got to walk away with a grab bag with a special message on the bag. So going beyond, like I said, the service that we deliver, we definitely try to think of innovative ways to appreciate our customers.
In my mind, that is just going above and beyond. I don't know how many places where I'm a customer where they've invited me to an appreciation dinner to say, we appreciate you as a customer. Come have dinner with us.
When I mentioned that we try to do it at least once a year, but they enjoy it so much that it's been requested that we do it once a month, but we've stuck to once a year thus far.
Once a month might get to be quite challenging for logistics right. And just being able to deliver on that. But one of the things I have noticed that you do is throughout the whole track, there's banners hanging on the wall. And I know that some of those banners are your way of showing appreciation to those folks for things that they've done and things that they have meant to you as customers.
Oh, absolutely. And the majority of the banners are a way that we thank our vendors who are also our customers by patronizing their business by hanging up the banners on the track wall so folks can recognize them as vendors and the services that they provide as well. So beyond just the customer who comes into the door to race on the racetrack, we consider our vendors as customers as well, and that's the way that we thank them.
I've also noticed that when I go there and you actually have races going on, you do a lot of appreciation and thanking people for participating in the races. And it's sometimes it's like you said, it's little things like remembering names, but it's also little things like taking pictures. And I know you have like the podium where people stand. Talk about that for a little bit, about the idea behind the podium and the pictures and the rewards that people get when they are in the races.
Oh, absolutely. So we have our victory lane, which when we have special races, the people who win the races, of course, there's a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sometimes all the way down to an 8th place winner. They get to stand on the podium and take pictures. Those pictures are posted on our website and our gallery. We also provide them with trophies, different ones, and some very, very cool designs concerning the event, the name of the event. And so even after the winners are able to take photos, their families like to get in on the photos. And so it's just another way to say thank you. We go around during events or just regular race days or practice days and just take pictures and post them on our website where folks can go in and see themselves on the Raceway. It's just a lot of fun, and folks just seem to love it and appreciate it. So we just try to think of even better ways to show our appreciation to our customers.
You've just given me an interesting idea when you talk about, having first, second, third place customers. Oftentimes I've been in businesses where I've seen the plaque that, in fact, I was just in one of those big box warehouse stores recently, a couple days ago, and they have the whole walkway going down towards the restroom area filled with Employee of the Month plaques. Wouldn't it be interesting to have the Customer of the Month plaque?
That's another great
and let's take that one step further. They have the Employee of the Month parking, and I'm thinking, I want to be the Customer of the Month and get the Customer of the Month parking. Wouldn't that be an interesting concept to? And probably the logistics of that has to be figured out. But I think the concept is there, and it's about just coming up with different, unique ways to show thanks. We're in an era now where, and I hear a lot of this from retailers and businesses that are competing with the online businesses. And more than ever, I think that traditional brick and mortar type businesses have to really think about how are they going to appreciate customers? How are they going to make customers feel that they're valued, that their business is appreciated, that the business is thankful for them, continuing to support them and not maybe being just passing them over for an online business?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think this is the kind of thing that, when I was thinking about Thanksgiving and just how this little bookmark made me feel, it made me really think about a whole new avenue of this idea of sensational customer experiences when it comes to what are you doing to let people know that you value them?
Absolutely. And as we know, everyone loves to feel valued. Folks will patronize your business even if your prices are slightly higher than your competitor. If you make the customer feel special and appreciated, and they can really sense a genuine feel of gratitude from you, I believe that goes a long way, and people will be thankful for it. Just like you mentioned, the bookmark. Folks like to be appreciated. I love your idea about Customer of the Month, even the parking. Those things, they don't cost a lot, but they can certainly go a long way with your customers. So it's important to thank people because they have probably several other choices other than your business or your service that they can choose from. So I love this year of Thanksgiving. I love giving thanks to our customers. And I think what I like most about it is that you can really see that folks appreciate it. And it makes you feel good.
One of the things that, and I bet you have had this happen, where have you received a thank you note, and I'm going to emphasize a handwritten thank you note from a business that you have patronized or supported?
Actually, I have. If I can mention, I bought a new mattress a few months ago, and my salesperson actually wrote out a thank you note and sent it for my purchase. It was a very nice surprise. In this age of computers, everything is computer generated, but it was very nice to receive a handwritten, as you emphasized, thank you from my mattress seller.
I think that there's so much meaning to that. It means that that person took time out of their schedule. They even had to invest in a stamp, which we're so used to now just getting these emails, which, anybody can type and send an email out without any problem. But to actually take the time to sit down and handwrite a note and put a stamp on it and send it, really, I think, can be quite meaningful. And in fact, as I've been thinking about this whole thing this week, that's kind of the commitment that I'm wanting to make to my customers. I actually went out and I bought a box of 100 thank you cards. So I got the whole kit, if you will. I bought some stamps, by the way. I like commemorative stamps, so I think those are fun. In fact, I like to get different types of stamps. So I got some stamps with cars. I got some stamps with superhero figures. And my idea is not only to send a thank you note that's handwritten and customized to that person, but to even try to pick out the stamp that I think would be fun and that they would be entertained by. And to do that, I think you really have to know who your customers and clients are and what their interests are to get it right. And it doesn't mean that I don't want to suggest that every letter has to have the perfect stamp on it. But if you know, and I have one client who is a superhero fanatic. And when I saw those superhero stamps this week at the post office, I said, I have to get a sheet of those because I know of someone in particular that they're going to be wowed, I think, when they not only get my handwritten note, but they see that superhero stamp on the envelope, which is another way of my saying, not only do I value and appreciate you, but I get you. I understand you. I recognize and appreciate who you are and what you like.
Absolutely. And that goes a long way with a sensational customer experience.
Yeah, that's my thinking. Because remember, when I talk about sensational, my premise is that everything your customer or client knows about you is a result of input from their five senses. It's what they see, hear, taste, touch, and smell that determines how much they love you. And you've talked about doing food, which is certainly taste. There's some smell involved with good cooking. We've talked about what people see when it comes to your wall, when it comes to a letter, and even when it comes to the stamp that you put on that letter. So these are all sensory kinds of things that really are how our customers can receive, the message from us of the experience that we want to create.
Absolutely. And I just, I'm thankful just to be able to provide my customers with a sensational experience by appreciating them and letting them know how thankful I am for them patronizing our business. And during this season of Thanksgiving, it's just amazing to be able to provide that for my customers.
It is the week of Thanksgiving. It's the right week to be grateful. And in this show, I always ask fun questions of my guests, one fun question. And I have one for you. This week is Thanksgiving. Tell me your favorite Thanksgiving food item that has to be on the menu on Thursday.
Well, I have to go with turkey. I know it's not unique at all, but I have to go with the turkey. If the turkey is missing, there's just something not Thanksgiving-y about that.
Okay.
So I would have to go with the turkey.
Okay, so we got the turkey. I'm going to push a little more now. Tell me the side dish that has to be there. Is there a special recipe that's unique to your family? That's something that is unique?
Absolutely.
That's part of how you celebrate.
Has to be the cornbread dressing. Mentioned word cornbread. The cornbread Southern style dressing that goes along with that wonderful turkey.
Okay, so there you have it. Some turkey and some cornbread dressing to go along with it. That's my fun thing. And in closing, we have this segment we call That Makes Sense to Me. That's where I'm going to ask you for a couple of tips that you might share with our listeners. And maybe it's about this whole idea of giving thanks. What are a couple of tips that you might share that would be part of this That Makes Sense to Me segment?
Well, for me, I would just say it makes sense to me from a spiritual point during this Thanksgiving season to be thankful to our Creator for all the many blessings. I mean, when we come together with friends and family during this holiday season, beginning with Thanksgiving, moving into Christmas, it just makes sense to me to thank God for all the many blessings and for just allowing us to have this season of Thanksgiving where we see folks being more generous and being more kind and loving. It just kind of brings out the best in people, and it just makes sense to be thankful to God.
And I thank you for that message. To close out the episode, I got the bookmark. I indicated there was a message on the back, and I'd just like to close this episode with a reading of the message that's on the back of the bookmark. Take this message and ponder it and think about how you might create some type of similar message for your own business or enterprise. The Jewelers Helping Jewelers Ambassadors Pledge. I am grateful for the privilege of being a helpful member of Jewelers Helping Jewelers and commit myself and my JHJ friends to the highest standards of being helpful, kind, and positive. Please message me directly if I or any of my JHJ friends fall short of this standard, and we will do what we can to improve it. Let's work together in the spirit of helpfulness. I encourage all my JHJ friends, especially the most helpful ones, to share the Ambassador's Pledge.
Awesome message. And if I may, before we close out, just remind people of the proclamation by President Abraham Lincoln, who solidified the last Thursday in November, all the way back in 1863, concerning this becoming our holiday for Thanksgiving. President of the United States back in 1863, so a very long time, and we've been blessed ever since. So thank you, Wes. I appreciate your show. I love the sensational customer experience. I've learned a lot listening to your podcast and have implemented some things that you talked about with other guests on your show. So I just want to let you know that I'm thankful to you as well for giving me some good tips on how to deliver a sensational customer experience at 702 RC Raceway.
And thank you for being one of my listeners. And I want to end by giving a great big thanks to all the listeners. I really do value you. I appreciate you. If it wasn't for you, then I would have no purpose or reason for doing this work. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you and the time that you spend listening to the messages that we prepare for you. So thank you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll connect again soon. Bye for now.
For free tips, resources, and information, visit SENSEsationalCustomerExperiences.com, your premier experience brand brought to you by Training for Results, located in the sensory capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Until next time, remember, if you can sense it, your customers can too.